Michelle Reed with M&B Creations. So I'm going to be teaching you how to make, not something I've done differently, but something a little added extra that you probably wouldn't expect. I'm going to show you how to make another mannequin head wreath. This one is going to be kind of like an everyday wreath, but this is going to be the star of our show. Isn't she pretty? So she was made, the face was painted by Wood Art Studios by Iveth, Wright. You can find her on Etsy, or you can Google her name and you go find her on, she's got her own website. Now I did get this wig from Amazon. I get all my wigs from Amazon. They're fairly inexpensive, and I only use them for my mannequin heads anyway, and they're going into a wreath, which is going probably most likely going outside. So you don't have to spend a lot on a wig. Now let me show you what I did with this on how I attached the wig and what I did with the back, because this is how we're going to attach her to the wreath, okay? So let me put you down. I know it seems a little dark in here. I can't help it. We get the southern exposure in our house, so I had to partially cover this window because we get all the light coming in and it darkens this area. I have 4 lights on this right now and it still looks really dark, so that's why. So I'm going to end up redoing my craft room next month anyway and pushing all of this back to the other side of the room. And that way next year I can put an AC unit in this window, because with the southern exposure it gets extremely hot in here. In fact, I have my fan on right now if you can hear it, but let me pan down so you can see my table. Okay. And hold on. There we go. Okay, so what I did is I use floral pins. I get a big bag of these from Hobby Lobby, okay? And you can get them probably from, you might be able to get them from Walmart, I don't know. Any place that's got a floral section, so like Michael's, Joann's, things like that. Amazon. Okay, so what I did is you don't want to put it in the part of her hair because you're going to see it. You want to kind of pull back her hair. So you can see there's one right there, and I put a little bit of glue on each side so it doesn't come out. Sorry, UPS was here and my dog was going crazy. So again, you just want to put a little bit of glue on each side. You want to make sure you pull it apart enough to where it doesn't get in the hair. You know, let it dry. I did one on this side, and also actually just the 2 sides. Now in the back, what you want to do is you want to separate it in the back and do the same thing, and just put a pipe cleaner underneath before you press this all the way down, and put a little bit of glue. We also did the back of her neck, okay? And that's how you're going to attach it to the wreath. Now the sign, the reason why I'm doing her specifically is because I got a sign to match her, okay? And that's the sign I'm going to use. Isn't that pretty? You got sweets, macaroons. This is kind of a French theme going on. We got peonies. We got macaroons. A little French girl working with an umbrella. Little French cafe or boutique. Lamps. A little bit of gold in here. So we are going to be using the orange, the pink, the black, and the gold. So if you're not really sure how to pick your colors when you're doing a wreath, it's going to depend on your focal point. This is going to be not just our focal point, but this is how we're going to do our colors. Okay, so this is the theme, color theme of the wreath. Okay, so now how I do this is I always use a 24-inch evergreen base. Now this base, I believe, is from Sims Pottery, which is a wholesale company. You have to have a sales tax ID in order to use them. But you can also, right now Hobby Lobby has them on sale, and I believe they were $12.99 regular price. They're 50% off right now, so that would be what, $6.99, something like that, for a 21-inch base. And you can order them online as well. So just save me some. Because I use these all year round. Okay. Now, I usually don't leave mine round like this. I like mine oval. It actually fits in the box better. I use a 24 by 24 by 10 box. And when, I'll show you what it looks like when I squeeze it. Okay, so what you want to do is you want to take it, hold it up against you so it has something, some stopping point, and just pull it. Okay, starts to look oval like that. Let me do it this side. Okay. Now if it looks like it's bowing up like that, just turn it over and pull it down like that. Now if some of these break, don't worry about it. It's not going to be detrimental to your wreath. Okay, so that's what it looks like when it's oval. Oh, it's hot in here. Okay, now this, so the box will go like this, right? So I actually put mine in diagonal. Let's say the box, this is the box. It will actually go in the box just like that. You get more space going diagonal in the box than if you just put it in the box. Because chances are, this is a 24-inch base. Chances are when I get done with this, it's going to be about 27 to 28 inches, which means obviously it's not going to go in the box this way. So if you put it in diagonal, it fits perfect. Okay, just a little tip. So then what I do is I take ties and go across and just pull them tight. Wrap them around each other because you're going to need something in the middle as your so she has something to lay on. Because you're going to be able to put mesh in the middle. Okay, just wrapping around. Sometimes these ties just do not want to cooperate. There we go. And just wrap it around each other. Now, if you don't want to do this, you can take pipe cleaners. You can do the same thing. Okay, and I'm going to take one more down here, close to the bottom. Okay. And let me see, I think I'm going to do a little one up here. Now, normally when I do my lives, I already have the mesh already put in my wreath. But for tutorial's sake, since I'm showing you how to do the wreath, I'm going to teach you how to do it from the very beginning to the very end, and that includes showing you how to put the mesh in. Okay, so now that's how it looks like. Alright, so this is the mesh that I'm going to be using. So I have some leftover fuchsia with the stripes that I'm going to be using. Most of this is left over. Some is new because I don't have, like this one is it's still fuchsia, but it's a metallic, wide foil metallic. I got all of my mesh from Craft Outlet. Okay, so if I run out of that one, I got this one. I got some leftover black and gold. Just some leftover black. And some leftover gold. This is my favorites. Look at that shine. And I got just a tad of orange, regular orange. I thought I had more, but I don't, so I'm just going to use like a creamy orange, which will work. Okay, just as long as you have the same color theme going on. Some of this I'm going to keep on the table because... Alright. Let's get started. So, how I do this, I'm going to bring you in even closer. There we go. So how I do this is I don't measure anything. It takes too much time. It already takes like an hour and a half to do a wreath anyway. I don't want to add measuring to it. It's going to take forever. So I take the mesh. This is it's all 10-inch mesh. Okay, and I just pull it up and I cut it. Now, if you need to measure, because I know there's people out there that need to measure, it's about 17 inches wide. Okay, then I hold it up to my chest like this, curl it in, because that's a natural curl of the mesh anyway, and then scrunch it. Kind of looks like a little bow tie. Okay, we're just going to start at the bottom. Okay, doesn't really matter where, you just want to find some at the bottom. Okay, here's our first one. Now I'm going to alternate with some black and some color in between because we've got a little black going on, so I'm going to do some black stripe. And it really doesn't really matter the order of the color, just as long as you're not putting the same colors next to each other. You want to have some balance in your wreath. If you put the same colors next to each other, it's going to look really odd. Okay, twist it like that. Orange. Now this gets real monotonous, so what I'm going to do is I'm probably going to speed up this process and come back when it's all filled in, and I'll show you how to fill in the middle. Okay, so now we're to the point where we've all the way around. We've got like 3 different layers, and I'm going to take a couple pipe cleaners. I'm going to start with 2. Again, I'm going to use black. I'm going to cut them in half, so I have 4. So I'm using 2 pipe cleaners. Okay, so I'm going to do the same thing. However, we're going to put these in the middle of the wreath. Okay, so I have got, and again, you're not going to see a whole lot of this, but if you do end up seeing some of it, you don't want it drowning out. We've got a pink here, pink here, pink here. I think I'm just going to put one down at the bottom. Okay, you scrunch it, take your pipe cleaner, tap it around. Okay, and we're going to tie it to one of the ties that we went across with. Okay. Okay. I'll do black and gold one. This is a good way to use up leftover mesh, you guys. If you don't know what to do with it, Evergreen bases is a good way to do that. I started out on the work wreath forms where you've got 18 ties. So then you had to count 18 ribbons, 18 pieces of mesh. I got tired of counting, so I started using Evergreen bases instead. Saves me so much more time. Orange. And then we'll go around and kind of fill in some holes that we may see. I mean, you don't have to fill up all the holes because you're not going to see, like again, you're not going to see a lot of this anyway, but you don't want a lot of the evergreen showing. It's fine if it's a Christmas wreath, but this is not, so. Now with these mannequin head wreaths, they are quite, no, I wouldn't say expensive to make. However, they are a little bit more time consuming. I mean, just the head alone, painted, is about $65. So, mannequin head wreaths, depending on how detailed they are, they can go anywhere from $250 to I've seen them at $500, if not more. I usually run mine anywhere from $250 to $320. Like I have a Victorian Santa wreath that I kind of made at the end of the Christmas season last year, so it didn't sell that last year, but I actually have that one for $350. Okay, so we have, see, we don't have too many holes over here, but see how we have all this right here? So I've got some orange. I'm just kind of filling these holes right here. I only got the pink and black and orange left, so we got pink, black, orange. So let me do this. I know there's black right here, but this has more gold in it than black, so I'm going to put this one right there. Again, this doesn't have to be perfect, you guys. It does not. Nobody, I guarantee you, nobody is going to look at your wreath and go, oh, they obviously don't know what they're doing. They've got two of the same colors next to each other. That's not going to happen. It's just not gonna. Okay, so we got that hole kind of filled in. And let's put a black one right there. Now I like my wreaths full, very full. And so do my customers. And it's all going to depend on your customer base, on how you do your wreaths. Do they like them full? Do they like big wreaths? Do they like little wreaths? Okay. We're pretty filled in. Okay. There we go. Okay. Now we are going to kind of lay out where we're going to put everything, because we got three pretty big items going in this wreath, in this space, okay? Now, wigs and mesh really do not get along. So I'm going to gently kind of lay her. I'm going to kind of put her right here. Okay. Now, we have this. A mini parasol. Isn't it cute? I got this from Amazon. And it was white, and I spray painted it fuchsia, and also covered it in glitter blast and opalescent glitter. Isn't that pretty? So, let's see, because I'm going to put a big bow down here. I think what I'm going to do is just kind of, I want this at an angle. Then we have the sign. Can't forget the sign. Okay, which we're going to put over here like this. So, then we're going to put a big bow down here. So, you can see how this is taking up a lot of the space on just these 3 items. Okay? Now, I'm going to put her up on my easel. I'm going to put this up on the easel so I can put it on. It's going to be a lot easier to do it that way. Well, actually, let me do this. I take that back. Let me put her on first, because I do need to have her laying down. Okay, we're going to put her right here. So, these, so you guys can see what I'm doing. I want her off to the side. And you don't want to pull on this real tight because your floral pin will come out even though you glued it. Okay, so you want to just give it some tension. Okay, now this is going to be a hard part. One. Come on. There we go. It's hard with these mannequin heads sometimes and wigs. You just do not. There we go. Trying to wrap itself around. Okay. Those bars that you put, those ties that you went across your wreath is going to help you attach this. Otherwise you would have nothing to attach this to. Okay. And she's on. Her little, we're going to end up gluing her neck when I get her up. This one, see? Yep, that's where I want her. Okay. So now I'm going to put this on the easel and I will be right back and we'll put everything else in. Okay, y'all. Here she is. So, I got her hair all fixed. I had to go back behind here and pull her hair forward because it was all bunched up back there. Okay? So, you guys can see her. I know the lighting is really terrible. I'm so sorry. I'm working with what I got, basically. So, let's do, I've got a top hat for her, so let's put her top hat on first before we put the umbrella on. Because that way I can really see where it needs to sit. Okay. Now this is a top hat that I made. Isn't it cute? So we got her little cameo. So, how I do this, when I do top hats for, and I do sell top hats in my shop. I can do custom orders for these as well. When I do them for mannequins, a lot of wreath makers buy these hats for me, so they're putting them on mannequin heads. I don't put the hole at the bottom, but I put I take a floral pin, okay, and I cut it down here at the bottom, so I've got 2 pieces. Now, I kind of poke a little hole in here, and then stick them down in here, and then I glue these in here. Once I stick them in here, and I let it sit, because this is not going to go anywhere. Alright, so now what I need to do, I want to see where I want this. I want this like right up here. So I'm going to move her hair. And I know you can't see what I'm doing, but and I'm going to put her in like that. However, it would be nice if I put glue on here. Let's try that again. Now, what I may have to do, and I usually have to do this, is, because this is going to wobble a little bit, because it's sitting on hair, it's not going to adhere real well to the hair. Well, it's kind of on there, so we'll see. We'll let it dry. She's looking mighty chic already, right? Because now there's a little bit of glue attached to her hair. I may take a floral pin and put one right down here at the bottom. I don't know yet. Or right down in here. You are not going to see it with the feathers anyway. We'll see how that goes. Okay, so her hat is on. Now, I want to take this. Let me look at the picture. She's got it over her right shoulder, so that would be on this side. And what I might do with this is I might zip tie it to the wreath, because that's where I want it. So I'm going to take a black zip tie. Let's see if I can do this. I've never put one of these in here before, you guys, so we're learning together on this one. Hold on. This is where I want it. Right here. Okay. Let's see. I gotta kind of hold this and figure out where the rings are. There's one right here. I hate it when they twist on me. And if it sticks out the back, that's fine. We're going to zip tie it to the Let's see how that looks. Look at her. She is just fun in the sun. Okay. And I pull that down just a tad and back because I knew, where is it? Okay. So, let me get another zip tie. I'm pulling it down just a tad because I want it down just a little bit more. So I'm going to zip tie it to this evergreen tie that we made across. Okay. Now I don't have a lot of upper body strength, honestly. So I take my needle nose pliers and do that. Okay, then I take these little clippies, these little snippers, so I can get right up close to the base. Okay, around, and that is perfect. Now, I'm going to find that zip tie. There it is right here. Get my one of those pliers. There we go. My clippies. There we go. Okay. And the mesh is going to also hide that. Isn't that cute? Who knew? Right? Who knew? Isn't that awesome? Love it. Okay, so now let me show you how to, there we go, I love that. Love it. Okay. It's going to match the sign so perfect. Love it. Alright, let me pin you down because I'm going to show you how to put a pipe cleaners on the back of this. Okay? So, I'm going to take 2 pipe cleaners, and I need my staple gun. I got this at Lowe's, but you can get staple guns at Hobby Lobby. I think they have them at Joann's, Michael's, any hardware store, online. Okay, so I want one at the top and one at the bottom, because this is kind of going to go like this. Alright. Sure. I think, yep. You want to make sure that where you're putting your tie, there's going to be something to tie it to. If you have this on here, and there's not going to be something to tie it to unless it's over a little bit, just put it over. So, like that. I think, yeah, because we're going to put a big bow right here. Alright. So you just want to put the neck cleaner in 2. And, so let me do it this way. I'm like, please tell me that was the short ones. This one doesn't want to go all the way in. Okay, I'm going to glue that. And then twist. I see what I'm doing, sorry. I'm trying to stay out of the camera. I know it's not working right now. Okay, let's do another one down here. Now, when you, that didn't work. Now, when you order these signs from Bam, it'll ask you if you want holes or something like that. So I usually don't put holes in mine or anything on, because I don't know where I'm going to be attaching it to. So I don't want a hole in it if I'm not going to be able to utilize that hole, and then there's going to be a hole in it you can see. That's the only reason why I do it. But to each his own. I'd rather put it on myself. Okay, there you go. Just like that. And let the glue dry so the staples do not come out. Okay, now let me see with this bow. You know what? I think I want to put like a little collar on her, maybe. I don't know. We're gonna see where we end up putting this bow. Okay, let me get, I'm sorry. Let me get my, make sure this is in there. Alright, I know I'm moving this. It's just I want to make sure. Sorry. Oh, what? Here. Okay. Okay. Sorry, it's my I can't talk today. I can't think of what I'm trying to say. Oh, my cord for my Mevo gets a little heavy, so it doesn't want to charge it right, so I had to kind of prop it up on something, which is why I was moving it. Okay, so these are the 2 ribbons I have. Alright. Okay. This is a Fair Silk Orange Velvet, or I'm sorry, DStevens. This is a DStevens Orange Velvet. This is a, believe it or not, I got this from Craft Outlet, and I did not realize at the time it's a flocked striped ribbon. It's fuchsia with a flocked velvet striped ribbon. Perfect. That worked out well, right? Okay, so let's see how we're going to do this. Alright, so now this is Bodabra. I use a Bodabra basically just to hold my ribbon as I'm working with it. I don't use it to actually make bows, but alright, let's see here. Okay, so we're going to do this. I do like the dark orange underneath, so I'm going to keep it folded up like that, but I am going to put some glue right here. Sometimes with the ribbon, if you try to dovetail it, it's got a sheer back. So this is kind of two-sided. You got the orange and the dark orange, okay? I'm going to do the brighter orange and have this on as the end. Now, I think I want this kind of down like this on this end, and then this end longer. Okay, so the way I do, you would think this would end up on this side, but it's not. Once I get done with the bow, this tail is going to end up on this side. So you have to make sure. Okay, so how I do this is I pinch it. Okay, then I loop it. And let's see, make sure. You know what? I'm thinking out loud, sorry. Okay, and then I pinch it. So I don't measure any of this either, but if you want to know the size of the loop is about 7 inches. This tail is about 10 inches, okay? So as you're holding it like this, you got your finger in the front and your thumb in the back. Put your hand underneath, and as you're pulling, you're twisting your left hand, or which hand you're dominant in, and your thumb is going to end up being in the front and your index finger in the back, because you're going to put the loop right here. Okay? And then squish it. Make sure these are even. Okay. I'm going to stick this in my Odabra. I have small hands, so it's hard for me to hold on to a lot of ribbon at the same time. Just make sure they're still even when you put them in there. I'm going to fold this over. Okay. And glue it. So I'm just folding over the end. I know you can't see them. I'm just folding over the end of the ribbon, and I'm gluing it, just like that. Okay. I love this velvet. Now, if DStevens doesn't have this, you can probably find this on Etsy. A lot of people sell DStevens and Fair Silk ribbon on Etsy. Okay, so I'm actually going to cut this right here because it's folded right there, and I don't want the crease to show. So again, I'm going to dovetail this. So how you dovetail is you fold the ends together and you cut up at an angle. Okay, makes a really nice dovetail. All right. I might make this a 3-loop. I don't know. Let's see. I might make this a 3-loop bow. No, we'll just do 2 loops. Okay, cutting it, dovetailing it. Okay. I love pink and orange together, are so pretty. They're like one of my favorite color combinations. In fact, I had my nails done at pink and orange last time I got my nails done. Okay, so I'm going to take a couple pipe cleaners, and I'm going to twist them together like this. Oh, hold on, before I do that, I'm going to see where I want my bow. Do I want it right here? Yeah, I think we're actually going to put it right there. Okay, so do this. I'm going to show you how to do, I'm going to show you how to attach a bow to the mannequin itself. Okay. Alright. So, I'm going to try to put you down. You can see. Come on. My bow's not wanting to cooperate. There we go. Okay. So, this is what I got. I'm going to put all their tails down. I'm gonna take your pipe cleaner. Okay, I'm gonna fold it over to the back. Now, before you tie this, you're gonna need, probably should have got this out before, but you'll learn to work one-handed sometimes. Okay? I'm going to twist this once. Actually, no. I'm going to put this in here like this. Put your tie like that. Okay. There we go. I'm going to tie it really tight. Okay. And twist it. Save the little pieces because I use them for other things. Okay, now I'm going to kind of cut these prongs down a little bit because I don't need them so long. I'm going to cut them down probably about half. Okay. I'm going to put some glue right here where the prongs are. Make that even. Alright, so I'm going to let that sit for a minute. I'm going to let the glue dry. Meantime, a lot of glue drying in this. Okay, meantime, we're going to put the sign on. I wanted it right here, I think. Here, because I'm going to put the bow, let me see, hold on, right here, I want it up a little bit because I don't want to cover up this down here. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to take this off here. Okay. We're going to be doing some more gluing too while she's up there. Okay. Put that there. And around. These. You got to kind of feel around with your hands sometimes. Now you don't want to pull it down so much that it squishes your mesh. You don't want to look like it's flattening your mesh. Okay, I'm going to just kind of flip this a little bit. Okay, and then I'm going to put her back up. Okay, sorry about that. I figured out how to get my charger to stay on. Alright, so before I put her bow on, I don't want her moving anywhere, so I'm just going to kind of stick a little bit of glue right there, right down here, and this sign is good, this is good, this is good, oh, actually that's good. Okay, so just this. Here, just where the mesh is touching her neck. I'm going to shove this one in. There we go. There. Now, is she looking awesome or what? Okay, so now what we're gonna do is we're gonna put her bow on like this. So I was thinking about taking some like ribbon and putting it around like she's got a little choker on, but since the bow is gonna hide it enough that we're not gonna need to. So now this is stiff enough. I'm gonna put some glue in here and down in here. Okay, don't touch it. And stick it, oh, come on. Let's stick it right there. Actually, right there. I'm gonna hold it for a minute. Because you know we're doing a lot of gluing. I'm going to hold this for just a minute and I will be right back. Okay, so there she is with her pretty little bow. She's looking pretty full already, right? We have a lot of florals and macaroons to add, just saying. So I was thinking about adding these. Okay, these were supposed to be macaroons, but they turned out more like sandwich cookies. But they have a lot more pastels in them than I wanted. But I did make some macaroons. I will show you. And I even have the sprinkles to match. Oh, I have to put that one backwards. See? Not the best macaroons, but you know, they'll work. I've cracked. See? So I got one big orange and pink and one little. And I've got tiny ones. Tiny ones. So what I'm thinking of doing, just putting this in between, okay? I'll make sure I got her. Okay. Ooh, it's hot. Alright, so what I think I'm going to do, I'm going to stick this right here. Like in here. Right in her bow. Okay, put some glue. Move this ever so slightly. Okay, there we go. Cute. Okay, so before I start putting in these macaroons, let's see where I want them first. This one right here. And this one right here. That's a big one. That, and then try some of this. There we go. Okay, so I'm going to put this bigger one, this thicker one. These are all made out of foam clay. I haven't perfected my macaroon building skills yet. I'm working on it, but people get the gist, right? It's a macaroon. Up here. I'm going to try to glue it also to the sign. A lot of gluing and holding, gluing and holding. That's what happens when you have it on an easel. Now this easel I have, it's actually a painter's easel, I bought it from Hobby Lobby, and the only thing I did with it is add a hook to it, like a coat hook. That's it. And it works perfect. It goes the back and forth this way, it goes up and down this way, and it's perfect. So if I'm doing a large swag, I can go all the way to the top, and it goes pretty high. This is not want to. Now let's see. I'm going to do this one. That one like right there. Yeah. Okay. I don't want our hair in it. There we go. Let me save these. I could use these little ones, the tiny ones. And put them in there. I can put some macaroons up top, maybe. No, I can put one up there. Alright, so that one's not going anywhere. Let's do this one. This one. Right there. Okay, so that's going to sit there by itself. Let's do this one up here. So we got one there, there, and up there. I don't know if I'll use this one. I don't know. We'll see. I know I'm going to definitely use these little ones. I got them in the orange and the pink. Now you can get this foam clay from Glitz and Glue. That's GLITTZ and glue on Etsy. No, that's not going anywhere. Okay. Let's see. Should we put some flowers in? Let's put some flowers in. Okay, so we have some orange, some pink. And I'm going to start with the orange, pink, and black first. Okay, so I got some black, and pink, and orange. Oy vey. Alright. I love these. These are so cool. Got the black with them. Love them. Love, love, love. Okay. Let's see what I want to do first. I'm going to put some... got some butterflies too. I think butterflies would be cute. I'm going to put a black one like right here. Just like that. You know what? I forgot I was going to put ribbon in it too. I'm going to put, sorry, I'm kind of all over the place today. Not bad. Alright, so I'm going to do the same thing with this. I'm going to put some tails in here. Now this one, I'm going to go ahead and dovetail it. And we're going to do this at like 14 inches. Like I said, I don't measure anything, but I wanted you to know how big this tail is. It's 14 inches long. Figured I better do this now before I start doing macaroons and everything else. I'm going to do this one 13 and a half, just so it's just a tad shorter. Okay. And what you do is you just crunch it, just like that. Okay. Now, I'm going to get my stool because I'm too short. sometimes I push mine down so my tails will stick up better. There we go. There we go. Now we're good to look at. Some tails up there. I'll do these at 13 and a half, just a little bit shorter. I'm going to put some down at the bottom. See, even these stripes match the stripes in the cafe, in the box. Isn't it cute? I'm a very matchy person, if you haven't noticed. Okay. Let's see here. Okay, so I'm gonna go straight down. I will use this tie right here. Just like that. There's that. And I'm going to do a couple on each side. A lot of times I don't do tails. I usually do like loops that go around. But since there's so much going on here, I'm just going to put a couple tails in. I want to start making my own ribbon. My own wired ribbon. I've been researching on how to do that. But when I do that, it's not going to be something I'm going to teach. However, I'm going to cut that down just a little bit more. Because it's going to be a specific item to my brand. Okay. Here. There. I'm going to do one more down there. So for you measurers, I ended up cutting these at about 13 and a half inches. Now this ribbon would be good for fall too because it's got that rust color. This is good for Halloween, fall, both. Okay. Give me some more of that orange. I don't have enough orange ribbon. I don't, for some reason. You would think all the ribbon I do have that I would have enough of it. Girl, please. Two tails on that side. We'll do two tails on this side. I try to get them as close to right across from each other as possible so it looks even. And then that's all the ribbon we're going to use. It's just her bow and 6 tails. That's it. I cannot wait to rearrange my craft room because it's so, I don't know, I just feel very unfunctional right now. You know, I thought when I redid my craft room last time, I'm like, oh, it'd be so nice to have my, you know, craft table in front of my window that I can look outside. Well, for one, if I'm looking outside, I'm not working on what I'm supposed to be working on. 2, I didn't realize all this sun would darken everything right here. So, I've got one there. We're going to put one right here. And just kind of push it in like that. It helps it stick out better. That one. If I need to, I can always shorten it as well. Sometimes I don't do that, and I do that when I put it up on the wall and I can actually look at it. I'll kind of alter it then. Okay, and that's the end of that ribbon. I need to get more of this ribbon. I love this ribbon. And I use pins when I put, I do never use a rubber band. It makes me crazy when people do that. It creases your ribbon. I used to do that until I realized it creased my ribbon. And I'm like, I'm not doing that anymore. It wrinkles it, and I can't get the wrinkles out. Okay, and then I'm going to go directly over here. Now I got the tails on both sides. Pretty. It's got a lot of pink and orange going on. Okay, so that's all the ribbon. That's the other thing I like about the Evergreens is you don't use nearly as much ribbon. Those work forms, 18 ties. You gotta get, you're using 2 colors of ribbon, you got 9 of each, you're using 4, it's just a pain in the butt. I just don't do it. Okay. Okay, now, I was going to put this right here. Can't see what I'm doing. I'm going to cut this down. And then let's see here. flower. All about the ribbons, right? Stay in there. There we go. Alright, so I got these pink and black ones at Michael's. I have them for their Halloween. And I might use some of those black ones. I don't know. I've got other black ones. So we got one here, and use one over here. Okay. And I think I want that one up there. See what I'm doing. Okay. I think that's where it needs to be. Oh, this is driving me crazy. That needs to go there. Okay, so we have a pink and a black one up there. That looks really pretty. And let's put some more black in here. I got these black ones. I got these black ones and the pink and black ones at Michael's. And I got these orange ones at Joann's. Hold of it. Here. Alright. That one. Got black there, black there. And a pink there, but I don't want a black one right there. Let's see this. Maybe black one right there. It kind of pops against that orange. Okay, there we go. That looks pretty. Okay, now I got some orange. I do have some other flowers. I got another bouquet of these. Let's see here. I think I'm going to use greenery with it. Can't forget the sides. People do look at wreaths the whole ankle. Okay, so an orange one there. I always place my flowers before I put them in. just to make sure I like where they're at, because if you put them in and then you don't like it and you've already glued it, you kind of mess it up. You just take a hair dryer to it. It's just a pain in the butt. No thanks. Just figure out where you want it, then glue it. I wonder. But this one's smaller, I think. You know what would look better there is I got some orange rosebuds. That look better there or this one? Actually, I like that bright orange against it, so I'm going to kind of bend this so it kind of goes with the curve of the hat. There we go. Okay. Let's see, so I've gone there. Duh, put it in the hole of the... We're going to utilize the parasol. And I got more orange if we need to, but we already have a lot of orange in here already. But I think I'm going to do this one. Stick this right here and hold it. What do you guys think so far? Very cute, huh? There we go. Okay. Let's see. I got some of these black. Black. I'll put some macaroons in and these orange ones, but I think I want to put some of this black in here. I got these from Craft Outlet. It's starting to bright up in here because it's getting darker outside. Alright. So I'm going to separate these. I'm not going to stick this whole thing in there. That would just be monotonous or obnoxious. So how I do this, I'm just going to cut them. You want to cut them. Let me show you. Where it meets right here. Okay. Two of these. I don't know if I'm going to need both of them or not. using both. Sticking up there. Yeah, I'll end up using both. I've been collecting stuff for this wreath for a while. And I don't mind if some of this mesh is showing because it's really pretty mesh, like this gold and this fuchsia with kind of sparkles. Okay. Yep, we're going to end up using both of these, which is fine. I plan on it. Sometimes you don't know. I'd rather have too much than not enough. I'm getting glue webs on my legs and it's driving me crazy. Okay, there's that one. And let's stick with here. Okay. Alright, two more. Let me stand back and take a look at it. I only need one right here. I have some black leaves too I can put in here, so I'll just curve it. There we go. That's perfect right there. Okay, there's that one. And let me see. I don't like that there. But I think I know where I want it. That's where it was missing. Right back here. Perfect. You know, as vertically challenged people need help too sometimes. Okay. Now, let's see. I got some of these pretty pink ones. I got these from Amazon. They're just left over from a couple projects. So I'm going to kind of put some of these in here. I think I want these leaves on here. I've got other leaves too. I can put some green leaves in here if I need to, but I don't think I want it that long. Looks like Mickey Mouse ears. Let's do this. There. Let's put those right there. Those little ones. But you can still see the macaroon and the sign. Sometimes, if you can't find a tie to put it on, just pull apart your mesh like that and just kind of stick it in there. I can put like an orange one right there. Right there. No. I think this was what takes me the longest doing these, is just trying to figure out where everything goes. Because I kind of design as I go. I don't know if I want these green leaves in there. I'll put an orange one there. Let's see. Right next to that one, but that's okay. Let's see, I've got two on this side. Let's put one like right here. Come on. I hate it when it doesn't want to go back in where I had it originally. Come on. Okay. On this side, let's put, what I'm going to do is, because this one does not have stem, I'm going to compromise, take an old piece of wire, put it on there, make it my own, make it my own. Step back and see where I want these. I need sorry. I don't know, she needs a name. What should I name her? Penelope. No. I like to name my wreaths, the ladies in my wreaths. Come on, just got you in there. This really ticks me off because I just had it in there. It went in fine, and then I go to glue it. It's like, nope, not going back in there. Yes, you are. You just don't know yet. I'm going right there. See? Told you. I win. Don't ever let your wreaths win. Just saying. Let's do this one right there. And then sometimes you know they go right there. They don't want to, but you put them there anyway. See? I still win. I win. Okay. Now, I have some these. Got these from Hobby Lobby. I only have 4 of them. I thought I had more of them, but I guess I don't. That's okay. We're almost done. Getting there. Alright. So, where did I say I went on? I don't remember. I said I wanted one. The web's driving me crazy. Let's put one right there. Orange right there, right? You know what we could put right there? Is this. Let's put this there. I knew I'd find a spot for it. Just gotta find the right spot. Okay, there we go. Goes there. Let's see. I need my... This one is kind of, it's a challenge. Let's just say that. But it's okay. It's going to turn out. It'll be beautiful. I almost want these orange ones. Got one there, one there. I have 2 left. I just gotta remember where I put them so I can glue them in. That would suck. Oh, I just sneeze. Excuse me. Sorry, y'all. Let's see if I can put one right here. That looks pretty good there. I'm gonna bend it just a little bit more. There. I hate allergy season. I hate it. I don't know if you guys ever suffer from allergies, but it's the only good thing I like about winter. I have no allergies. Okay, there's that one, this one. I know there's one somewhere. Alright, come on. This one, this one, this one. Okay, that must be it because there's the other one. Okay, I'll find it if I don't. Alright, I want to put some of these fuchsia ones in here. Oh, I do have another one. I want one more. I know there's one right here, but that's okay. It pops right up against her hair. See? Okay, we have some of these fuchsia. I don't know, do I want any of these in here? You know what, we have a lot of fuchsia in here already, right here. I think what I'm gonna do is I've got some black leaves. Sorry, y'all, my allergies. Okay. I think I might utilize some of these. Just to kind of fill things in. I won't use a lot of them, but really, if you get glue on this hair, you guys, I do have to say it's a mess. So do whatever you can to not get glue on her hair. Just saying. Now you could hang this wreath up for Halloween because of the black that's in it, but you could also hang this up all year long. So this one right there. I think these come with pre-glue webs on them. I'm just saying. That one. I don't want to use a whole lot of them because it'll overpower everything. And then the only thing we got to do is put some macaroons in, and we are good to go. Let's see here. Let me put one right here. Sometimes if you're looking at it, you're like, oh, what does it need? Just a couple leaves here and there makes a big difference. And I think there's kind of a bare spot back here. Put some down here at the bottom. Glasses on. 2 left. When will I use them? I may as well not waste not, right? That's what I was always told. Feathers are right there because you just gotta kind of. Okay, here's that one. Then I think what I'm gonna do. This one right here. Perfect. I kept looking at it going, there's something missing right there. It was this. It was waiting for it the whole time. See that? This is all just scrunched up. I mean, I'll fluff these ribbons before I take a picture, but okay. Now, we have some sweets we gotta put in here. Let's see, I'm gonna put an orange one right here. No. No. Just glue into the mesh. Biggie. I'm gonna put a pink one, a bright pink one, right up here. That looks cute up there. Okay, I got 3 more. I'm gonna put one right here. Yeah, right there. Okay. Let's see. This pink one right here. And then, my friends, we're done. I got one more. No, we're not going to do the hat thing. I don't. Let's see here. Nope. Let's put a little orange one up here at the top, right next to this pink one. I don't know. There we go. Alright, I think we're done. Oh, I gotta put some butterflies in. Sorry, got the butterflies. Got the butterflies. I don't even remember where I got these. It's just a. I don't like that greenery. I want to keep these kind of long. I know, I always do that. I always say, I get everybody all excited. Oh, she's almost done. And then I go, oh no, sorry. My bad. Did I say I was done? I meant I wasn't. I want this to stay on. There we go. Okay. Butterflies there. I won't leave these so long. I'm not gonna fight it. I can smell it. I think though what I'm gonna do with this, I'm gonna put this one over here. I don't want too many of these in here, just saying. Maybe 3 might be it. And it doesn't want to go in where I put it. You're in. Alright, that's enough butterflies, I think. You know what, actually, just like, oh my god, you guys, be done already. I'm almost done. I want to put one down here. And then we'll be done, maybe. Psych. You can't rush. Jen. There we go. Okay. This thing. There. Okay. There. She done. She turned out smashing. She's got her top hat. She has her umbrella. She's got her macaroons. She's got her striped ribbon. I think she turned out awesome. And I am done. I'm done. I'm not going to touch it anymore. Not until I go to take a picture when I finesse everything. Alright, y'all. Alright. So thank you guys for watching. I appreciate it. If you have any questions, let me know. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. Sorry it took so long, but you can see as why it took so long. Anyway, have a great day. Bye.